to show you my artwork, my mushroom shirt. Oh, it's not very light. There's a bunch of faces on here, right? I drew this when I was like 17 and finished it when I was 19, put it on t-shirts. Right. Little guys down here. Going in there. I'm going to drug class today because I was shut up. And my counselor, therapist, she says, we're not gonna, no, don't broadcast. Don't broadcast your. I'm like, dude, if I gotta fucking go to court appointed drug class, then I'm taking everybody with me. Fucking show, you know what I mean? How they treat people innocent until proven guilty, and fucking how inadequate the court is. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show the holes in the system because fuck this shit. It's better than just fucking sending me through fucking trial with fucking no fucking with their eyes closed and then fucking sending me to the fucking, you know, to go get shanked in prison because all the crap people made up about me and fucking some dumb shit believing it in there or whatever. So I guess drug class is a gift. Thank you, Judge. You're so fucking nice. Fucking assholes. Anyway, mushrooms. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I'm wearing my female cut, right? Androgynous. It's a fucking shirt with a looser neck, but it's, you know what I mean? Like, there's contradictions in what I do because I want to point out how absurd it is that people just want to have someone fit into a category in their mind so that they can judge them, so that they know what to expect from them. They just want to fucking have you all labeled in their mind, and they can therefore, you know, treat you accordingly. And yeah, I'm a little unpredictable and hard to understand and not fitting into any categories. And so that triggers a lot of people. They're just like, I don't even know what to think about this guy. He must be crazy. So this occurs. And, you know, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to trigger people necessarily. You know, I'm just trying to be myself and be free and have fun, do my own thing and not have that pressure, not let that pressure affect me. But turns out I'm in my 40s doing all the psychology work, the research and all the, you know, studies and figuring out all the different types of personalities that you can have and so on. And I find out, like, whoa, like, wait a minute. I'm an empath because my mom was narcissistic and taught us, like all Americans, you know, to be narcissistic. And so I was thinking about the term, oh yeah. So an empath, right, is, you know, because I talk to animals really easily because I can imagine. I have an imagination that lets me think what it would be like to be them, right? In their, I put myself in their shoes or hooves or whatever, and I know that consciousness is universal. It's just like, just because they can't form English words doesn't mean that they're not as intelligent as me, right? And they just have a different shaped mouth. That's all. And so I talk to animals. I talk to, you know, I I'm almost telepathic with humans because I can tell what they're thinking. Um, and yes, I am Christian. Um, how, I see that Jesus was an empath too. Um, he was able to tell what people were thinking and going through, and he felt it himself. He couldn't just like meet somebody that was suffering and not want to help them, right? And because he was autodidactic and a man of science and a teacher, he would, you know, help people if he knew how to help them. And if he did it in front of others, then it was definitely classified as miracles. So, hi, Rafi from Malaysia. So, if Jesus, like back in 2,000 years ago, if Jesus pulled a little girl that had drowned out of the water and did CPR and resuscitated her and breathed in her mouth and she coughed and came back to life, then they would have said that Jesus brought a girl back from the dead. You know what I mean? Like the way they translated that down, they would have just been like, how would that story have been told throughout time? Nowadays, we learn CPR and we learn about the body and all the modern science. Um, so I mean, it was a miracle, and it was, maybe he understood that, you know what I mean, lungs and air and all. It's just there. I don't know. I'm just saying an example, but so honor is admirable, right? Doesn't everybody want to feel like they're trustworthy and like that people should believe what they say and that we should all respect each other in those kind, but there's this term that they use, right? Honor among thieves. And I'm like, how's that even a thing? Like, what? Honor among thieves? Like, the, so I'm thinking of pirates, right? Like how a pirate ship, like, yeah, they're all together in this conquest of like stealing gold from people, stealing all the booty, but they're all just paranoid of each other and um, you know what I mean, like insecure and all just acting super tough and masculine and all this crap. I'm just like, dude, like, um, that's that's miserable. Honor among thieves. Why is that? The fact that they will back each other up. Why are thieves protecting each other's backs from, you know what I mean? Like, that's not honor. That is not, and so, I don't know, how do I describe this? So, uh, narcissism is, right? People think it's just like looking at your reflection and being all obsessed with yourself, but that is not the definition. The definition is more like the superiority complex, more like you are smarter than other people, or you deserve things more than other people, or you're perfect more than other people, and you refuse to look at your own inadequacies. So that's the narcissistic tendency, is to be like, it's not my fault, it's the world's, it's um, um, and so narcissists learn to protect each other's egos. Their ego is delicate, and so they go, like, okay, so I tell myself I'm perfect, and then this person over here tells themselves that they're perfect too, but they also pretend that I'm perfect too. Okay, good. You know what I mean? And so they join cliques. It's like groups, little like they sit at the same table at, in middle school. Right? It's just that easy. So I'm like, there's that's what they're referring to as the honor among thieves. It's that protective nature. Like, oh, we all know that everyone in our little group will protect each other's egos and not point out each other's inadequacies. If some one of us says something dumb, then we're not going to all just go, "Ooh, dumb." You know, we'll all just like pretend we didn't see it and stuff, and we'll all just feel smart together, right? Yeah, okay. So it's like I see this direct correlation between um, narcissism and thieves, because narcissists, their their jealousy of people that actually understand things better makes them like lash out, and like, that's how witches got burned, right? Like the people that were discovering things about nature that could help, um, medicines from plants and things like that. The church would just be like, "That's blasphemy, devil's weed," and whatever. Burn them as a witch, So they would burn people as witches for thinking for themselves, for making discoveries, for celebrating how, like, whoa, dude, I was thinking outside the box and I discovered something that shows that we all didn't know something. And narcissists don't want to hear that they didn't know something. They're like, whoa, 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 I already know everything. I'm way smarter than you. You shouldn't tell me anything because you're not my teacher, right? And they can't be taught because of their delicate ego. They won't listen and they won't absorb it. So that is their jealous rage. That's why they want to steal from people that they're jealous of. They want to take and hold them down and smash them down and feel superior. They want to feel better than people that they're insecure about maybe being not as smart as, or as rich as, or as, you know what I mean, like as strong or tough, or like the masculinity thing, like as not as tough. So it's like the bullying takes place. Bullying, just to keep people down, slow people down, because that makes them feel better and more superior. And so I'm just like, whoa. So like bullies will, you know, gather together to make sure that they're not the ones being bullied. They'll just like, and so it's like a group effort, and that is what leads to mob mentality. It's straight up like, so it's like insecurities about being less educated and less, right, fit, and so fear. It's like practically fear-minded insecurities, fear compiled up and together, all protecting each other's ego and making each other feel safer because they're in a group, and then they take out anyone that makes them feel dumb, or almost makes them feel dumb. Like they won't look in the mirror to actually see, you know. So they're comparing themselves to each other, or not to each other, to, and you know what I mean, to like, yeah, you or me or whatever, right? Instead of just working on themselves and thinking about their own growth and their own progress and prosperity, and being helpful, and right, it's just like, so I don't know. That's where I'm at with it. I'm just like, honor among thieves. That's pretty much like narcissists all just like subconsciously agreeing to not like point out each other's inadequacies, and then they're all like happy about stealing from people that trigger them, that are just successful because they're good at something, you know what I mean, because they work hard and accumulate things, or because they're less wasteful, more efficient, whatever, dude. Like, so I'm just like, it doesn't even seem necessary to me for anybody to have to steal, like stealing from another person. Like I know some people like excuse themselves like stealing from companies. They're just like, oh, well, it's just a corporation. I'll steal from corporations. But that's still right. The like, well, they got all this figured out and they're taking advantage of the system and they're, you know what I mean. So I could take from them and it doesn't matter. I mean, it kind of, it's all the same thing. It's that um, refusal to look at yourself in the mirror and then applying that jealous rage, whatever, and just the rationalization to say, well, I deserve it more than they do because I'm perfect and I need that thing or whatever, and they don't because they don't even care or they're, whatever. They already got everything. And, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm, I don't know. I can see how far the divide has got, how like how wide the gap is, um, and right, like equality, we are so far from equality, and um, yeah, so people make jokes about eating the rich and all that stuff, I'm like, whoa, dude. um, right? I mean, back in the days, the in medieval times, right? The village would revolt and burn down the castle or whatever, um, and rightfully so. I mean, King's sitting there eating his pile of, the whole banquet table is mounted and with food, and everybody in town is sitting there going hungry or whatever. That does not make sense. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get into the argument about um, socialism and communism and equality and all this crap. You know what I mean? Because people, they label it and try to villainize it and make it wrong. I think it does make sense that we could easily take care of everybody's needs if we had, you know what I mean, just the basics covered for people. There would still be so much revenue overhead, and and we could do so much with all of that for the infrastructure and everything, dude. Like it's so easy. We don't need to be doing this. We don't. History does not need to repeat. People acting like history is a circle and it just repeats itself. It's not, dude. We are spiraling and it changes, and we have the choice whether to repeat a cycle or not. We can look back, follow the spiral backwards, and see what we did wrong in those turns, and we can correct our course. It is that easy. And to me, we just have to teach each other about the psychology inadequacies that we were raised with, so that we don't teach the children those same bad habits and condition their minds to repeat the abusive tactics. It's literally, if we taught our kids to be empathetic rather than to be bullies, we would have peace on earth, dude. Like, we are that close. We are so close, dude. We could do it. Robots are taking our jobs. Oh no, let's panic and freak out. And like, no, dude. AI and all that stuff, we could be like literally like educating ourselves as the questions come to our minds. And right, the grandparents have all these valuable lessons that they learned, and their traditions and their stories. Like the grandparents should be with the children, and not, you know what I mean? They've got us all separated. Like, let's put the children in boxes, and let's put the grandparents in boxes, and let's keep the like workforce just like so busy that they can't even pay attention to what the hell's going on. I'm like, this is not an efficient system. Like, you want efficiency? Do you want like productivity? Do you want happy life? Do you want like, you know, a better future for our kids? We should teach them how to make the most of it. And so, you know, I think that honor among thieves is more just like kind of like compensation for, you know what I mean? Like groups of people that just won't point out each other's like flaws. And honor among the righteous, like the honorable, that should be what we are celebrating, teaching, what we're pointing out the benefits of, you know, the results of. Like this is we're almost there. We're almost there. And people see it, people know. It's like through through meme technology. That's what I call it, meme technology. When we echo things and we repeat what works, what we see working for others, we kind of just do it, you know what I mean, ourselves without even, and then kind of like act like we've just been doing it the whole time, right? And that's, it's just human nature to just kind of be paying attention and just kind of like pick up cool words, pick up cool, you know, like jokes, styles. Um, it's adorable. Humans are awesome. But yeah, like it's part of our nature to want to be in a group that feels like they're protecting our you know, like our well, like our physical safety, and then also our egos, um, our reflection, right? The way we look at ourselves and want to look at ourselves. And so, but that's, you know, the ego tricks us. We trick our own selves into, you know, not. It like requires a certain level of denial, and that's something that I was not given. That's where I'm on the spectrum, big time. Not fitting in with that part of, you know, the expectations of humanity is where I say it like I see it, and I realize that that is super triggering for some people, um, and they treat me like I'm being condescending to them, like I'm all acting like they're dumb as fuck for using a word that they don't know, they don't use, or under haven't looked up themselves yet or whatever. When somebody uses a word that I don't know, I stop and go, wait a minute, what does that mean? Or I'll look it up as they're talking, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't let a word go by. I don't let a single word go by that I hear that I haven't, you know, I look it up, and then I try to use it in a sentence that day or something, so I program it in. So I stay up on my vocabulary all the time. That's my own choice to just like make sure, you know, that I'm up with all the words. But some people don't want to hear. You know what I mean? Like somebody else using words that they haven't learned yet, because that would, it would just trigger them. And, what, you think you're smarter than me? And they get all butt hurt and stuff, and they're just like, shh, fuck this. And that's, you know, it's kind of too bad. I don't know what to do about that. That's my biggest problem in this world, is that I am really excited about learning, I am really excited about finding out when I was wrong about things, when I just like believed what I heard, and then find out later that it was just like propaganda or some crap. And then I'm like, whoa, dude, what's really going on then? And then I just dive into stuff and I start learning in all these different categories. And it's like, to me, that's exciting. That's what life's all about, is figuring it out. And it's not, and it was my mistake for thinking that other people were like that, everybody else was like me. Like, that's, I just go right out talking about what I learned today to everybody, like my family did at the dinner table. We just like, how was your day? What did you learn? That was, my family unit. I grew up with a good family. Like, I grew up Mormon. So yes, Christian, Mormon. I, I, they taught me to tell the truth, to not steal, to not, you know, right, be harsh. I mean, even swear words sometimes can trigger people and stuff. So, um, I just, um, I just want to be. Hi, Quaid. How's it going, bro? My bro's on here. So anyway, I've got to go to my class this morning, and I was just thinking about that. I just thought I did some pirate jokes the other day on my channel. I was just like trying to think of a pirate joke, and I was just like, I might as well just turn on my camera as I do this. And it was like, I thought of 20 pirate jokes in 6 minutes, and I watched it later, and I was like, dude, you're a good comedian, man. If you could like do that on the fly, on the spot, think of what you could if you had like, if you were traveling from city to city and had all day to think of what you were gonna talk about, man. I should go on a comedy tour. That's all I'm saying. I should go on a comedy tour, and I would just like, I would trigger people. Oh my god, I would cause riots, but also people would poop their pants laughing. So, um, and poop their pants freaking out, pissed at me too. It's so funny. Like, did he just say that shit? Motherfucker, burn that witch. So, sorry. Sorry for noticing nature's got some silly action going on all over the place. Sorry for thinking it's so funny. Sorry for being such a wild part of nature. I'm just, you know, I'm a fungus among us. And, yeah, I'm an artist. I'm an artist, and I look at things in the abstract, and sometimes it just makes sense. All of a sudden, I'm like, whoa, I looked at things like abstractly, and now it's more clear because I was just looking at, right, so the sociology aspects and historical aspects and the economic aspects and the psychological aspects. I just, and then you put it all together, and I'm just like, oh, whoa, this makes sense. Huh. So, yeah. I just thought I would try to let you know where I'm at with my development. Coming to new terms. Oh my God, I was calling it oppression, defiance. It's oppositional defiance disorder. I don't even know the name. Hey guys, got further on my diagnosis. I'm all like using the wrong words. But yeah, it's the same thing, right? Oppression, oppositional. Oppositional would just be like, but it's more oppressional, I think, because I love to hear different opinions. Oppositional, I don't have a problem with hearing. You know what I mean? I love hearing alternative perspectives, views. I love empathizing with that, and I hearing how you got to those points, how you learned whatever it is that got you to that point where you believe, you know, the like the beliefs, the the understandings that you have about science or whatever. I have to go. I want to retrace those steps and be like, did I miss something? I'm very curious. I'm appreciative. If you can point out something that I flawed logic that I have, I'm grateful, and I'll go back to the drawing board right away and I'll reanalyze. That's what I do. I'm a scientist, but um, that's not the common mode for people. A lot of people, if you point out that they are incorrect about their assumptions or, you know what I mean, conclusions about things, a lot of times they will throw a tantrum rather than go back to the drawing board and retrace their steps. They will just be like, no, 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 I'm right because I paid for school, or no, 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 I'm right because I'm, you know what I mean, part of whatever belief system and part of the group that all says it's, we're all right together. That's the honor among thieves mentality, and sorry to say it, the science community a little bit stuck in that kind of category, and that's all right. But science, in particular, is supposed to be based on the scientific method, which is just straight up designed to go back to the drawing board. Every time there's new information that seems to disqualify what we thought we knew, then we have to say, oh, maybe I don't know all that I thought I did. And so, I don't know. Those are the magic words. So we go right back to the drawing board, and then maybe we'll get a little closer. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to do my stinking class, and maybe I'll like be still doing the stock market on my phone, like under the table or whatever, and write my book or whatever at the same time. And hey, maybe while I'm in my class, I'll be able to teach other people too. I'll be a teacher at my class, and I'll tell them about my experiences with drugs and all that I've learned from them, and how my life has been being a POW in the drug war. I've been oppressed my whole life because I don't see anything wrong with exploring my consciousness. So, am I allowed in this free country to be my own doctor? Not at all. No, 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 no. You have to have somebody that's signed up to support the pharmaceutical industry be your doctor. You're not allowed to be your own doctor. You're not allowed to think for yourself. You're not allowed to choose what is right for your own life and body and mentality. No, 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 no. You must get with the program or you will be cancelled. You will be cancelled for everything you do that is outside of the box. Get in your box or get in the box. Get in the box or get in the box. Kind of a spiral. I don't fit in boxes. Like I'm a spiral. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. So I don't know what It's not my. If that's uncomfortable for you, I apologize that I don't fit in your box. You can't label me because I'm changing so fast. As soon as you label me, it'll just like fall off and I won't even like fit on the shelf anymore. I don't, you know, fit. I don't fit. I'm an anomaly. Like anomaly? What's an anomaly? It's like the glitch in the matrix, dude. You know, the one, the black sheep. The black sheep in the family. Oh, he's just our crazy child. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's telling everybody that the parents are actually being abusive and stuff, but don't listen to him. He's crazy. Yeah. We protect each other's egos. And I'm, right, sorry for being condescending by being really excited about what I am learning. If I'm talking about really exciting stuff that I'm learning, and I just figured something out that some people figure out in third grade, some people figure out in college, some people never do. It's not my fault if you're triggered by that. That's, you know what I mean? That's something you got to work on yourself. You got to be like, whoa, why is this guy making me feel so irate right now? So that's triggered. Oh, taking offense. That's usually kind of like, you know, it's an indicator. Something's internally like blocked. That's like an indicator that there is denial, preventing growth. And so, really, you know, I'll never see it. I'll never see somebody thank me for triggering them, for doing something that was so offensive that they just got all pissed off and, blocked me and unfollowed and whatever. And you know what I mean? Like, I'll never get a thank you for that. But, in the real world, it would make sense, right? Like, dude, you totally did. Like, poop my pants and I went through a tantrum and I went and then like later I was thinking about it and I was like, wow, that guy was kind of right. I am overzealous in these conclusions and I kind of wasn't even thinking for myself and didn't actually like think about the subject that much. I just believed what they told me, and I can forgive myself for just believing what they told me. But now that I'm thinking for myself now and I'm just like, realizing that he was actually right. Thanks, guy. Thank you for offending me so much that I went and learned something. And, when I was trying so hard to not see, I didn't say it. I cannot see! I cannot see! I cannot see! What's going on? Yeah, that has to go. So, I'm progressive as fuck because I'll think progress is a good thing, right? So it's like idiocracy. We're gonna conserve our blinders so we can not see. We're gonna conserve not seeing things for what they are, or we can, progress towards being more intelligent and more capable and more like able to have happy lives and to teach our children to be, better versions of ourselves, right? Every time we breed and make new kids, it's like half me and half you. You find someone that you're in love with that has traits that are like you but better, right? If we fall in love with people that we admire and then we're mixing our genes and then elevating, we're getting better and better and better and better and better. And so, yeah, that's, to me, that's what life is about, is getting better, progressing, and letting go of the things that were holding us back. And not letting us sink in the quicksand. And right, yeah. If you haven't seen the movie Idiocracy, right, it's the best movie ever made because it's like the closest to portraying what's actually happening in our reality right now and the path we're going down. That is where we're headed. You know, to where, like, yes, Costco is going to be a country, and learning is going to be villainized to the point where no one will even dare to even talk about what they're figuring out at this point in their lives. You know, so um, that's the future I'm trying to create by focusing on it myself. I'm trying to better myself. I'm learning my own psychology, learning that I have um, what is it? No, I keep forgetting the first word. It's not oppressive. It's oppositional defiance disorder. Realizing that it's not going to be labeled on my shirt. It's not going to make other people. I can't expect other people to understand that about me, and just be like, "Oh crap! Don't try to control that guy or tell him what to do, or else he's going to lash out." It's up to me to go, okay, these people are trying to control me. They're trying to slow me down. It's just what they do. They're narcissists. Um, I don't have to flip out right now. I don't have to say the reality. I don't have to point out the truth. I don't have to teach them what they are not understanding right now. I don't have to expect them to understand what ODD is. I don't even have to expect them to be able to understand that. I just have to be like, oh, God bless you, child. Oh, you are so smart. Okay, okay, I'll do what you say. All right, whatever you want. And then I just tiptoe around and go do whatever I want anyway. And just don't, you know what I mean, give it any power. But, like, wow. Like, the last thing you want to do is just be like, well, actually, because they'll poop their pants and then scream and then run away going like, don't treat me like I'm stupid. And they'll go tell on you and try to get you in trouble for bullying them when they were really bullying you in the first place. So it's just backwards. We're on backwards planet for now, and not for long, because people are figuring this shit out, and that's why I say this stuff out loud as I'm figuring it out. Because, hello, I'm 45, almost 46, and just now figuring out that you're not supposed to fucking say what you see. Like, hello, you're not supposed to say the truth. I was taught you're supposed to teach. You're supposed to like speak the truth. Like, I grew up Mormon. That's like my dad was just like, no, the truth will always come out. So you just tell the truth. And so I never even programmed my brain myself to try to, you know what I mean? There's no filter. I have no filter. Because it's just like, what's wrong with the truth? Why would anybody be mad at me for telling the truth? That doesn't make sense to my brain. But, you know, it for now, it seems like everybody that does have that filter is way better off because look, they're having success and everything I do is shut down and I'm villainized and I'm just smashed and smashed and smashed and smashed and smashed because I'm not allowed to pass go or collect $200 or any of that. You know, I can't have no railroads or no hotels. Nope, 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 nope. This, right? Not in this game. So, I apologize if I've ever been offensive and triggering. I'm working on that. Trying to use comedy to be my method of just like making the point without making it about you or me or you versus me. I'm not comparing ourselves. I'm not comparing myself to anybody. Um, and so I can do a comedy routine about how silly it is to compare yourself to other people since we're all completely different and we're all on our own trajectories and we're all like at our own stage of learning and we got our own method of absorbing information and using it. And right, parenting methods and like religious views and world views and psychology views. It's all, it's amazing. I love it. Life is quite the puzzle. And, I guess that's fun if you like puzzles. Mysteries and what do you call those games? First person shooter games. I don't know, dude. So anyway, yeah, it's getting daylight. I might be late for my class if I'm not able to turn this damn thing off. I didn't go to school and I own my own company. Good job, buddy. I dropped out at 18, started my own company, and now I'm 28. Cool. I want to work with you, Mr. Taylor. Are we Facebook friends, dude? Hit me up. What's your company all about? One of these messages is held for review. I wonder what they said. Oh, okay, well, yeah, so I'm wearing my mushroom shirt to my drug class because guess what? There's an entire kingdom of life. Probably the first kingdom on earth of life was fungus. And there are millions of species, and only just like a couple handfuls of psychedelic ones and a couple handfuls of poisonous ones, and then all these other ones. Just thousands and thousands and thousands of species that have properties that we don't even understand yet. But because the drug war and prejudice and all that crap, people villainize an entire kingdom of life on Earth and try to act like just any mushroom is drugs, and that is dumb as shit. So, fungus, I'm standing up for you. The bullies are not allowed to smash you for, so everybody just has to stay uneducated about it. No. I think it matters. We should teach the children what mushrooms are okay to pick, which ones are okay to what ones we have to take spore prints to just double check and make sure that we're not doing it wrong, and the ones that are obvious because they've got certain traits that are unmistakable as compared to one. There's no poisonous lookalikes and stuff. And yeah, like education is the answer. We teach, we elevate, and if we're not working on teaching each other. And at the same time, AI is getting smarter, and we're like doing all these automaton, integrated jobs and stuff. Like if robots are taking our jobs, and AI is taking like our need to actually like think and process, then which direction is our education, our evolution, going? That's what I'm saying. Like, we have the choice in which way we evolve. We go towards the idiocracy future, which is like practically already happened, dude. The Dark Ages, they burned all the witches. They literally killed all the smart people in the Dark Ages, which leaves all the derpy derps, and then they're all just like, you know what I mean? Like, having like lots of derpy dirt babies and teaching them all the worst ways to do things. And that's crap, dude. That's fucking shit pile, fucking shit pile, shit pile. And I'm sorry. That's, I don't mean to be offensive, but that's we could be falling in love with people for being smart and beautiful, and then having beautiful smart babies, and then teaching them how to be keen and intelligent and efficient and not wasteful and destructive and dominating and you know what I mean? Like teach them how to be balanced with nature, and then all of a sudden we're a part of nature again, and we're elevating each other up all the way. That's our choice. We can do that, and we do that by celebrating when we see it, when we see other people, when we see beautiful couples raising intelligent children. We give them props for that stuff, and you know what I mean. We we shine, we shine light on that, and you know, people that are just like teaching their kids to only get theirs and be only about bling bling and only getting what they want by throwing temper tantrums and stuff. You know, we need, like, you can't tell those people they don't they've already decided they will not see. They will not see. They will not see. They will not see any of that shit. So you might as well not fucking confront them. But you can make examples or something, or there's ways to not get yourself targeted for saying it directly or pointing it out, or you know what I mean. It's kind of like you don't give that attention. You don't give temper tantrums attention, and you just like really celebrate when people are doing it right. But that's not happening yet, because I don't see people sharing. If I make a good point or make good jokes or whatever, I don't see people sharing my stuff. I might get some thumbs up, but nobody shares it. Nobody dares to, pass the message along or help the algorithm out for anybody that's actually trying to help the world. No, like people try to help the world, like John Lennon or Bob Marley or Jimi Hendrix or John Kennedy, or you know what I mean? Like, dude, anybody trying to help the world, um, they lose their teacher's license, and that's sad. That's sad. That is very sad. That's the world we live on right now. But we could change it if we just realized that that's what we wanted, and we vote on it by doing it. By, you know what I mean? Click, 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 click. Oh yeah, baby. I like what I'm seeing. Click, 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 click. Oh yeah, baby. I'm gonna comment, baby. Oh, click, 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 click. I like what you're doing, and I'm gonna pass it on. Yeah, baby. Click, 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 click. I love you. Have a fucking wonderful day.